Hello, in this video I'll be going through a phylogenetic tree I've made using PepsiCo products. To start, here's an overview of the completed tree, starting with PepsiCo products as the single common ancestor, and branching into more specific groups as it goes from left to right. Before I go into more detail, I want to cover some terms that will allow for a better understanding of the topic. First is anagenesis, which is the gradual evolution of a lineage over time, sometimes resulting in new species. This differs from cladogenesis, which is the splitting of one lineage into two, resulting in new independent species. Next, we have OTUs, which is the abbreviation for operational taxonomic units. OTUs are used to classify groups of related individuals. A rooted tree is a type of phylogenetic tree where the distance between OTUs are known, and the order of divergence can be inferred by comparing it to the OTU that is the outgroup. An outgroup is the OTU that diverged the earliest. It branches off at the start of the tree from the single common ancestor. The internal nodes represent the most recent common ancestor that existed prior to divergence. Lastly, the most recent common ancestor can be found when you follow the lineage back to the first node you come across. Now, getting back to the phylogenetic tree I have, we can break it down using the terminology I just went over. This tree displays Cladogenesis, as all the lineages split into two new species at the internal nodes. PepsiCo products are the single common ancestor, as they are related to all the OTUs on the tree. From PepsiCo products, the tree splits into beverages and snacks. For the purpose of this video, snacks will not be expanded upon and is viewed as the outgroup. Since there is an outgroup, it is also a rooted tree because the OTUs can be compared in distance to the outgroup. Going back to beverages now, they can be split at the internal node into soda and water. From there, the soda can be divided into the different flavors of cola and citrus, and the water can be separated into still or sparkling. Lastly, the ingredients of the beverages is what separates them in the end, with Pepsi and Diet Pepsi sharing the most recent ancestor of cola, Mountain Dew and Miss Twist share citrus, Aquafina and Sobe Life Water are recent ancestors of still, and Bubbly and Sparkling OH are most recent ancestors with sparkling. One thing I would like to point out is that as the lines representing the lineages get shorter, the items become more closely related. I built this phylogenetic tree this way because I wanted to display a topic that everyone would be able to understand and already know the similarities between the popular beverages I selected. By creating and explaining a tree with information that is well known, it could be helpful when trying to build or read a phylogenetic tree with more complexities. Thank you for watching.